Hi, guys.
Oh,
So, we wanted to tell you a little bit about our new spangly, wonderful offering, the Coaching Quest. So, you know me because this is my channel. I'm Jyoti, and
that's
this.
who some of you may have seen before, and we are tuning in from our separate locations today. But yeah, we felt it was time to reveal our latest offering, which is the Coaching Quest. So we had the Cosmic Quest, which launched way back in September, I think it was. So the Coaching Quest is so it's Jyoti and myself kind of working with individuals, doing kind of one-to-one sessions. So you have a session with me, a session with Jyoti, and sort of back and forth, and then we have a joint session at the end. But we'll go into more detail about that.
And yeah, and I guess the thing, I wanted us, well, we both wanted to just have a chat about it because I think it's one thing when you share an offering, um, and you can kind of look on some written text, but to actually get a feel for what we've created, because it's been a really massive journey, hasn't it, in terms of like our whole thing has been this massive journey of like our higher selves like weaving things and then them just like miraculously appearing to us. And it's felt the same with the Coaching Quest, like this coaching program. It's just kind of burst through, and like each moment that we've leaned in more to it, like something else has developed. So yeah, like we work a lot with the Merkaba. I don't know if you want to share anything about that.
Here's one I made earlier. I didn't make it, but there we go. That is the Merkaba. So yeah, we work a lot with the Merkaba.
Mm.
So yeah, if you think of the Merkaba as two pyramids, so one facing down, one facing up, and one representing the masculine, so the one sort of connecting up above to the sun, to the cosmos. That's the kind of masculine pyramid, and then the pyramid facing down, connecting us to the earth. Yeah, we see that as the feminine, and then when you combine the two, that's when those two energies are in balance. So yeah, that's the Merkaba there.
And then like the Merkaba itself is this like light body transporter or transportation device. And yeah, so the intention with the Coaching Quest as it has been revealed to us is about this like uniting the masculine and feminine, and us all going through this process of uniting the masculine and feminine within. So when we first were introduced through our higher selves to this Merkaba, it began as a pyramid. So we both found ourselves sat in this pyramid. And then a little while later, the second pyramid underneath was revealed. And then a little while after that, and I'm talking like weeks between these, then this bottom pyramid raised and we found ourselves held within this Merkaba. And this process has been like, I think through our journeying together, and then the fact that we are a man and woman externally with these really beautiful internal unions going on means that, you're in a feminine or external feminine is held by a masculine and a feminine, and your masculine is held by a feminine and a masculine. And like the way that we are able to hold and to guide and to relate with those parts of you because of who we are as a man and woman, it's magic in it.
Yeah, so we've already started. We've got a few clients already, and yeah, it's just going amazing. And I think the downloads keep on dropping in around what it is that we're offering, and just I think really recognizing the value that we're bringing. And shall I speak into a bit about the
Yeah, man.
individual? So yeah, we kind of kickstart the process where we have an alchemy call first of all, so you can just have a little chat with us and see if you vibe with us, and ask any questions and all of that. So we have an alchemy call first of all, and then once you've signed up, you have the first session with me, which is the life mapping session, which is something I've kind of developed over the years. And yeah, I kind of start by opening the Coaching Quest container, using a bit of guided visualization, just to kind of really kind of set that safe space for the 7 week journey together. And then we kind of move into the life mapping, which involves me just asking a series of questions basically. And yeah, I think what I've realized, it kind of taps into, so I've got a background in filmmaking. That's kind of what I've always done. And I feel like the life mapping really kind of taps into this part of me, just like seeing your life as a film, and just sort of, yeah, kind of, you know, tweaking out the parts that need to dive
Mm.
deeper, like sometimes pausing, sort of just breathing into, if we touch upon a moment in your life which, has a lot of energy still, or brings up emotion, then we'll just like pause and just sort of feel into that. And then, yeah, so by the end of the life mapping session, we've kind of identified a few little areas that we're going to want to journey a bit deeper with. And then on to session 2.
Mm. So yeah, like, and it's the way that it weaves together is so beautiful, because like with the life map, we're all these incredible archetypal beings, and having like mapped the path and taken out the like, oh, these were the key moments of your life, these are the key areas, then bringing it into the session with me, which is an astrological reading where we dive into who you are through the Mayan calendar and through human design analysis. There's an energy within that then it's like we overlay your human story into your astrological story, and kind of find that, so that's why that happened, and oh yeah, that's the growth edge that was always going to be there with that thing, and oh yeah, that was the initiation. And with the Mayan calendar, astrological readings through the Mayan calendar are so deeply resonant, aren't they? And I think for all of us that have had one, and I had my own 10 years ago when this whole process started for me, it's just so deep, man. It's like, whoa, that is my essence self. That really is my essence self. And we look at your cycles of time, which locates you in that timeline when we're looking at your life map and your life path. And then human design analysis is really this, this very individual, this human lifetime. How do I operate here? And that then equips us. It's like both of those things are incredibly supportive for you on your quest, but also for us holding you. It's incredibly supportive for us to know, oh, you're this, and this. So we need to lean in this way. And you're really going to respond well to this, but that thing probably won't vibe with you too much. And the area that you wanting to look at is this. So it's like those 2 sessions provide the map of you. So we've then got this incredible foundation. And, one of the other things that we do, so after each session, we have a defrag. So you have a session individually with Taco, for instance, and then we have a defrag together and like, okay, share notes. Then you have a session with me, and then after that session, we defrag. So once we've got that foundation in place, then we move into the inner quest ceremonies and the shadow work ceremonies, sessions. Mine's a little bit less ceremonial because everything in my life is ceremony. So yeah, do you want to speak into the inner quest vibes?
Yeah, so you have 2 inner quest sessions, ceremonies with me. So that'll be session 3 and 5.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of using guided visualization, and yeah, using the themes that have risen from the first 2 sessions. So we'll kind of start the session with a little, little chat, just kind of, yeah, talking about the previous 2 sessions and what we're feeling, to kind of go into a bit more. And then, yeah, it's hard to
AI.
yes.
So this dude isn't so great at like claiming the level of his channeling ability. So Taco's got this like crazy superpower for being able to guide. It's like future ancient aspects of whoever he is, that it's this intuitive response to what's required in the moment that he channels through. So he will take you through a visualization journey that will support you to meet whatever archetypal challenge or whatever edge you're needing to go through. And it's hard to kind of imagine what it is because it's different every time. Now you can say more about it if you want.
What she said. Yeah, no, it's hard to explain, but yeah, thank you, Jody, for that. Yeah, that pretty much encapsulates it. So yeah, it's very, yeah, bespoke. It's like no one session is the same, and it's, very yeah, different for everyone. But yeah, we just kind of go on a little journey, and yeah, whatever comes through comes through. But yeah, kind of bringing it to a satisfying close by the end of the session together.
Mhm.
And then again, there's this kind of defragging feedback process between me and Jyoti. So there's this constant flow of, information through each of the sessions, and just to kind of emphasize that when, you are being held throughout the whole process in this kind of Merkaba container. And then that's you.
And just to say as well, so for those first, like the first session with Taco and then the first session with me, we will focus on either the masculine or the feminine. So your inner masculine and your stories with the masculine get held by a man in, this kind of visualization, inner journey, shamanic visualization sense. And then also with me on a shadow work sense. And then afterwards, your inner feminine receives the same from this man and this woman. So it's different medicine that we bring. Obviously, we bring a different presence because we're a man and we're a woman, but we're kind of holding you to create this Merkaba. So after the first 2 sessions, depending on which one we start with, you should have had like a solidified, like, okay, this is my inner, this is my medicine, this is what I'm bringing, and then integrating it into the other. So the sessions with me, if you've never worked with me before, I work with emotional freedom technique a lot. I'm really interested in, a bit like with Taco and the life mapping, like I'm obsessed with patterns, and I think this is one of the reasons that we connect so much. It's like we're really good at like finding the pattern and like identifying the thing. And so like when I'm facilitating sessions, we will talk a little bit about what it is. Usually it's kind of the human lifetime stuff that we focus on in my sessions, and like maybe some of the more intense experiences that you've had with either your inner or outer, masculine feminine relationships, parental or otherwise. And then do some clearing. And shadow work and EFT is so powerful and so important, because it's like the rewiring. So I do feel like there's something in, we're working with the energetic bodies, and we're working with the very human, like psyche as well, like in both of the offerings. So after you've had that session with me, you then go back to Taco for one more session, and then to me for one more session. And as I say, it's like this beautiful weaving, isn't it? And I guess, maybe at this point we could maybe just share a little bit about our own experiences with the connecting to our inner masculine and inner feminine, if you're open.
Yeah, we can certainly talk into that. I think for speaking for myself as a man in male form, the journey that I've had with my inner feminine, and kind of just seeing her as as important as my inner masculine. And I've done a lot of men's work. I've kind of participated and facilitated a lot of men's work over the last 6 or 7 years, and it's interesting. Some men's work does touch on the inner feminine, whereas others it doesn't really integrate that. And I feel like it is really important for men and women to really feel into their own inner feminine, inner masculine. And I think what quite often tends to play out is we kind of outsource these parts if we've not really connected to our own inner feminine, for example, as a man. And then I'm kind of looking for an external, to a woman to kind of heal those parts of me, for example. And
can I just say into that as well? I think, this idea of the inner masculine and feminine can be like, what? I don't even know what you're on about. But like, for me, in terms of my inner masculine, so my inner masculine and your inner masculine was usually modeled on your dad, and where your dad was at in terms of like, his ability to, hold that masculine energy. And we're talking like healthy, divine masculine energy, which is this, this incredible like staff of douche. I can be in the middle of the storm, I can hold, I can support, and I can be in that devotional service. So it's like the doing, but the doing in service. And that doing in service can only happen really when our inner feminine is online, which again, the inner feminine is usually modeled on, our mother, and where our mother was at in terms of her relationship to her like healthy divine feminine expression. So, you know, with the inner feminine, like how able are we to go through, you know, the initiations of life and really emote? How can we allow ourselves to really dive into the depths and come back up with this gold, you know? So I think there's, yeah, for both of us with these journeys of our inner masculine and feminine, you know, we've, like, for me, I have just been able to create so much more in the world and hold myself in such different ways as a result of bringing my inner masculine online. And, you know, I feel him, I feel this energy, and it's the way that it manifests, you know, through my life. If I'm struggling, I'll find myself doing something to take care of myself, so that part of me that's kind of still in despair or in the depths is being taken care of by this other aspect of me that's like, yeah, it's all right, I've got you, and I'm holding you. I don't know if there's anything else you want to share on the inner masculine and feminine vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it taps into a lot, and I think what we're kind of seeing playing out in the collective as well around, you know, the masculine and feminine. But yeah, it just seems like such important work to be doing right now, and I think it's this kind of reclaiming, and you know, it's like it's a new chapter for humanity in terms of what we have been told about. This is what it means to be a man. This is what it means to be a woman. This is what the masculine is. This is what the feminine is. And I think it is this kind of weaving together, which just seems to be very kind of, yeah, where we're at, kind of human consciousness wise, and it just feels like, well, we'll talk a bit about the final session of coaching quest, but it's this kind of like the culmination of these two, and like the inner marriage, basically, finding that inner union.
This and like, because they bring each other online. Like, you're in a feminine, if both were inner, the inner feminine can't come online without the inner masculine there to hold the process. The inner masculine can't come online without the feminine allowing him to devote, or without the feminine to devote to. You know, it's like the both need to be, and this is the process that we go through, you know, during this offering, is like allowing both of those energies to rise within you. And then we land in this final session. So the final session we actually hold together. And again, it's a different thing for each person, but there is an element of, you know, there's a mystery in the final session. So I don't want us to speak too much into what it is that we do and how we go about it. But it is it's a ceremonial finale to this epic quest that you've been on. And, you know, the reason that, well, why do we use quest as a, you know, quest is something that we use as a word quite a lot within our offerings. I don't know if you want to speak into that.
We love a quest. We can't get enough quests. Yeah. Why do we love quests? Is that what we're asking?
Yeah, and just like, what is a quest? What are we?
What is a quest? So I guess it's the kind of seeking something, a deeper truth, a deeper meaning. So I think what we're hoping to achieve with this coaching quest journey is, yeah, taking you on a journey kind of into yourself, into, yeah, all of your parts, just to kind of really understand your like inner mythos, like the mythology within you. And it's like, you know, seeing yourself and your life as this, you know, epic journey, and like all the experiences that you've had. And like we're really into, you know, the King Arthur, Merlin legends, and you know, we live in England, and that seems to be, you know, the mythology of this land. And yeah, we had an incredible quest before Christmas, where we visited a few sacred sites, had an amazing winter solstice gathering, went down to Avebury and Glastonbury, and yeah, just really kind of feeling the magic of Albion and these lands. And I think just wanting to bring a bit of that into this offering as well. And like the Holy Grail is this kind of symbol of divine union and connecting you to your own like inner grail, basically. That's
That's
the
That's what we're doing. So the end product is that you've got this Merkaba that you can then continue to connect to. You've got this relationship with your inner masculine, you've got this relationship with your inner feminine. And from that place, this like holy grail of your soul's elixir is able to be not only received by you, but offered to the world too. And, I think one of the beautiful things about our connection, we both brought our inner masculine and feminine online, and then we found each other. So I think there is also a piece of, that once you've got it online inside, I think that you're then in a position to have it online outside as well. Um, so yeah, so this is what we're doing, and we've created a landing page for it now. So we've got all of the information that you might need. I'm going to put the link for that below. And yeah, booking a call with us, and if it feels like something that you're drawn to, it's a really powerful offering. And I think we're both the kind of people that, yeah, I think when we're channeling, the things that come through are pretty next level, even to us. Like, we can sit back and be like, whoa. So to kind of talk about it in this realm and try and explain it, I think we've done our best. But yeah, just go and experience it.
Yeah, but yeah, the alchemy call is like the best, the first thing to do, just to see, yeah, you can find out a bit more about it and just see how we all vibe together. And yeah, I mean, I think it's work that really lights us up. So we've kind of been doing these things individually,
Mm-hmm.
and then to be able to bring them together and share them with people is a really special thing, and really lights us up, and
Gift.
it's a real kind of honor, and to be able to take people on these journeys is a very special thing. And yeah, look forward to hearing from you.
Chat with us. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you for coming and having the chat. Big ups to everyone on YouTube. And yeah, see you all soon for some more magic. Oh,
Awen.
Awen!